Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for November 18th, 2016. If you are a fan of extremes in weather or a fan of warm and cold, you're going to be a fan of this forecast for this week because we're going to appeal to both of you. It's going to be very warm today and tomorrow. We're going to have temperatures that are going to be in the middle 60s in most locations today. Give or take a few degrees from that farther north and south you go. That's generally our central areas will be the mid 60s, about upper 60s down here toward Philadelphia, maybe lower 60s farther north. So a very warm day. Good day to play hooky today on a Friday also. It'll be mostly sunny, and we're expecting the same thing here on Saturday. This front is going to be moving across the region here in the evening hours, but I do think it holds off long enough that you're going to get this warm southwesterly flow out ahead of it. It's going to get the temperatures up even warmer than what they were on Friday. So some areas will be in the upper 60s to near 70 down here by Philadelphia. Very warm indeed. So you're going to like the weekend forecast, at least to start, but after that is when we have an abrupt change, and I mean abrupt. It's going to drop 25 degrees or so for highs from one day to the next, and you're definitely going to feel it because, see, these isobars here are quite tightly packed behind it. That means you're going to have some windy conditions, and you're also going to have some snowflakes flying in some areas. So this is going to be quite a transition from shorts and t-shirts to winter jackets. Just like that. So here's the front coming through. Here's the evening hours. I think it just starts getting into our western areas at this point. Not quite the extreme eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware areas just yet. This is Saturday evening. As you progress through the evening, it'll start to fill in further east. And there's just light showers, light rain showers. Might end as a period of light snow up here in the far northern tier of northeastern Pennsylvania. But that will shut off. But that's not going to be it. Okay, so this front comes through. Temperatures are going to crash. And then you get into the day on Sunday. Here's Sunday morning, and you can see we get this lake effect machine going here. We have the warm lakes of Lake Ontario here, Lake Erie right here, and you have this flow off the lakes kind of in this direction here, and that you can see where the isobars are pointed right where that's going. So that's going to stream down to the south here, and because these lakes are so warm, and there's such a cold air mass coming over top of the lakes, we're expecting a pretty good snow event, lake effect snow event downwind of Lake Erie in Ontario. But those streamers will be, the winds will be kicking fast enough that this will be able to survive the snow squalls and snow showers pretty far southeast, a little further than they usually do. So it might come all the way down to like Harrisburg, Allentown, maybe a little bit of south of that. It might be get down in here into parts of northern Lancaster, northern Chester, northern Bucks, northern Montgomery, and then interior northwestern New Jersey, up here by Warren, Sussex especially, could get into those lake effect snow showers. But yeah, anywhere up here, you can definitely see snow falling. Now, whether or not that sticks is a different story. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple different images here. First, we're going to show the temperatures. Here's where that front comes through, and this is in the evening hours on Saturday. Obviously, very warm ahead of it. You got upper 60s and near 70 out here, and here your temperatures are in the 40s. But watch how this front just moves eastward, and just these temperatures just crash quickly. All right, so this is around midnight or just after, and then we get into the early morning hours on Sunday. We're still above freezing up here in the eastern sections, but near freezing or slightly below out here. And then when the lake effect snow machine gets cranking here on Sunday, temperatures here are generally in the lower 40s here in the middle sections. We showed this yesterday. Probably a little bit too warm for snow here, but this is going to be still cold enough for it to snow, as in snow falling, but just not sticking because it's going to be too warm. If you get a heavier burst in here, it can lower the temperatures and the winds pick up when it does so. So this will be the highest temperature achieved on Sunday. But these areas up here you can see are in the 30s, so you can get some whitenings of the ground. Maybe some higher elevations get an inch or maybe even 2 inches in some spots in the areas that have the most robust snow squalls. The thing with snow squalls, though, are very hit or miss. One town gets it, the next town's sunny. So you gotta. It's basically almost like a convective band in a thunderstorm in the summertime. You'll get a thunderstorm roll through one town, next town over is dry. Similar concept with the lake effect snow, and then it's the temperatures stay like this all day here on Sunday. So I don't think you're going to get any stickage here in the central areas from northwest New Jersey all the way down to southwestern to Harrisburg, and including the Lehigh Valley. I think you get up further north, though, is where you can get that snow to stick, especially in the higher elevations. And this is what we're looking at for snowfall. Not a lot here, okay? These light gray areas here are indicating to me areas that snow will fall. It's showing it sticking here, but I doubt that. I think it's going to be generally anywhere north of here is where you can get something to stick, and that's going to be generally higher elevations until you get way up here above there. Then we're looking at snow accumulations of maybe 1 to 2 inches. The very far northern tier up here, and up here out towards central PA, maybe northern Center County out here, maybe northern parts of Lycoming, Bradford, Tioga, Susquehanna, Wayne. Those are probably your best areas, but either further south in the high mountainous regions of Luzerne, Lackawanna, Pike, Carbon, Monroe, Schuylkill, those areas, Columbia, those areas can all get into some minor accumulations, especially if if it comes down hard enough. I don't expect too much in the roadways, but you never know. If it comes down hard enough, it's certainly possible. Let's go ahead to the rest of the week now. Move this out of here. Still some flurries lingering here for the northern tier on Monday. You can see that here, still kind of hanging around, and that would be about it. The system pulls away. Still remaining breezy here on Monday also. The winds die down on Tuesday. We start to moderate only slightly. We still remain cold on Tuesday, but then we start to warm up ahead of this next system, moving in from the west. This looks like it's going to be too warm for rain, although this model is indicating that at the onset, depending on the timing, if it's cold enough, you could get some flakes mixing in at the onset for our colder areas or far northern areas. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but I don't think that's a big deal. This will all go over to showers and rain. Not a heavy rain here, it doesn't look like, but definitely some steady rain that's going to go into Thanksgiving Day morning. May even have some snow showers late in the day in the far northern tier as this system pulls away and you get the colder air wrapping back in again. So a lot of different potential here in the next week or so. Not for big snows, but just enough to get you in the mood here for the fact that winter is coming and it's not that far away. So some areas will see the first snowflakes of the season. Again, not a big deal. And if we do see it as a big deal, we'll send out the alerts for these areas that we do think it might be a big deal or a bigger deal for the MyPocket Meteorologist members. But right now it looks like just a minor event, just a lake effect snow squall event. And that might be duplicated here as we get to Thursday. At the end of the day on Thanksgiving, you might see some flakes flying for the northern tier as well. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 18th, 2016. Have a great Friday.